So the question of where scientists draw inspiration from is really interesting. I think it's essentially inspiration is creativity. Well, that I think is what you mean. I mean, there's also the energy required to work all the time, but I think inspiration in its truest form is where does the new idea come from? And I think there's a lot of similarity between inspiration in science and inspiration in art, maybe in music as well. In human creativity, inspiration is a magical thing because really nobody knows where inspiration comes from. And I have never met anybody who says, okay, my inspiration comes from every morning I wake up and I say, new idea number 1, new idea number 2, new idea number 3 is no good. We don't know. Very often the inspiration comes when we're having a shower, when we're taking the dog for the walk, when we're cooking, when we're doing things that are not really scientific. Even in a dream, we can have inspiration. So I think that I don't know where inspiration comes from, but I do know that it doesn't come from trying very hard to find inspiration. Usually it comes from taking a break, doing something different. So often I tell people that I work with, you shouldn't work so hard. You should work less hard. You should have more time for movies, more time to go for a walk, more time for exercise, more time to play games. Social time is very important. I think we often get new ideas when we talk together. I think a good way to get new ideas, if you want to try to have a recipe for good ideas, is to take two people who are very different. Let's imagine the cameraman and me. We are different people, we are different backgrounds, and say that if we can have a new idea, you will give us a grant of $20,000. And we would want the money. We would think in very clever ways. We would first try to find some common area where we have something of interest. And then we would talk. And I think from that talking, we have a very high chance of finding inspiration. So sometimes I think that grants should be given to young people who are having a mixture of two different disciplines.